Hey, how's it going? It's Rocky. Welcome to my little segment that I like to call my daily diaries, which is essentially me going through my thoughts on the market and just a quick update on the trades that I took for the day. And my goal is to get it all done within less than 5 minutes. So right now it is Wednesday, February 15th. It's about 1:15. Market close at 1 p.m. in the US Pacific Coast, and essentially I wanted to go through how we did for the day, which is it was an interesting day. Now I'm just gonna bring up CNBC here. All three index actually ended the day green. However, it was quite interesting because the retail was up 3%. So the market was a bit confused on how he wanted to react because with the retail sales being up 3% in January, yet the CPI was hotter than expected. People are confused. All right, so what is the Fed's gonna do now? I don't know, and that's the reason why I just intraday trade and see what the market gives to me. And basically for today, I am thankful that we ended the day at $1,505.13. And oops, my apologies. Let me sorry, I had the disclaimer up the entire time. I'm still learning how to do this live thing pretty efficiently. But anyway, here we ended the day at $1,505.13. So if you look at the YM, which is what I use to hedge, what that means is I'm using that account to intraday trade, either going long or short. Right now, there's nothing PL open because again, my goal for that is to close it out before the day ends, and we got a day profit of $1,090 on the YM. And the MYM is our swing account that we are holding on until contract expiration in March 15th, and that one gave us $420, so quite thankful about that. All right, so it's now 1:17, and I was like what I was saying, I want to get this done in less than 5 minutes. Just a quick update. I want to go through the two trades that I did today, just to show you what is going on. So essentially on the left, time base, on the right is tick base, and I'm gonna zoom in on the time base here. You can see that I entered during this candle and then exited on the next candle, and you're probably wondering, why did you do that? It's really hard to see in the time base, and that's why I used the tick base. And you can see here I was seeing a bit of a slowdown, and that's why I did short. And if you look at the indicator, it was heading towards the oversold side. It hasn't quite crossed over yet, so I did quite a bit of an aggressive entry on this one. And basically with this trade, pardon me while I jump through these charts, 3 contracts, and we'll bring the calculator up here, and I'll make sure I actually show the calculator this time because I messed up yesterday and the numbers were not showing up. You can see I had 2 at 33,990 and 1 at 975. So we'll just do 33,990 plus 33,990 plus 33,975. Divided that by 3. So our average was 33,985. And essentially we covered at 33,945. So 33,945. And that was a total of 40 points. And since we traded 3 contracts, where 1 contract for 1 point is $5, 3 contracts, 1 point is $15, so multiply that by 15. Happy to say that this trade right here got us $600 before commissions and fees. And this is when it was interesting, because if you look here, 945, I'm going to show the line where 945 is. 945, I'm going to draw it right here, this white line. That's where 945 is, and you can see it went down all the way to 886. So had a bit of a FOMO there because that other 80 points could have been 80 times 15. That could have been essentially $1,200 more that I could have done. But that's when I knew that I wasn't going to chase, so I stopped with that one trade. Took a break for the rest of the day, and essentially you can see it recovered quite a bit, which was kind of nice. And we're at 119, but I also want to share this second trade that I have. So I'll go back to the time-based chart here, and basically on this trade, it'd be a bit more pronounced. You see that it was, the yellow line actually was the close from previous day, and because of that I saw a bit of a resistance, and that's why I shorted here. And if you look at the indicator, heading to oversold side when I like to short, and then right before the MACD crossover. And if we look at the tick-based chart, and I'm gonna zoom in on where I made that entry, again you can see this uphill move where I saw a bit of a slowdown, so I saw there's an opportunity to short. And the reason that I shorted there was the slowdown. And if you look at the indicator, we were on the oversold side, and the MACD did cross over. And I'm gonna show you the calculator here. Actually, yeah, so bring back the calculator. Let's just clear the previous numbers so there's no confusion there. And basically with this one, I had 4 contracts and I actually drew out my average here. So my average was 34,104, so that's the white line. And I did not, okay. And basically we covered at 34,080. And that was 24 points. And then since it's 4 E-minis, multiply that by 20. So that trade right there got us $480. And again, I want to show you a bit here where 34,080 is. So 34,080 is right there. You can see that line. And you can see that it actually dipped all the way to 34,040. So another 40 points, that would have been another $800. But that's the thing with trading, you can't hit the edge, right? You just pretty much gotta lock in your profits and be happy with what you have. So anyway, that was my little diary for today. I did this thing Monday through Wednesday this week. I won't be doing one tomorrow or Friday. And hopefully over time I can improve the content I'm sharing. And now it is 1:21, so a little over, but my goal is to again get this done in less than 5 minutes. So thanks for tuning in, and hope you enjoyed the content that I presented today. And if not, hopefully you'll like the next one. All right, I'll see you on Friday when I do my statement review of how we did for the week. All right, y'all have a good one.